Okay. Good morning and welcome to our morning meditation. We'll have a quiet time from now for 20 minutes. So I invite you to go within, to connect with your heart, connect with the divine who is ever present with us. May you feel the gift that is offered you, and may you receive that gift in the silence. We give gratitude for this time of silence together as you go forth into your day. Carry the gifts you received in the silence.
You have one, so you don't need this. Jason Myers, everybody. Good morning, everyone. It's like fall outside this morning, isn't it? So exciting. So welcome to Unity in Marin. I'm Rev DeeAnn Morency. I am the senior minister here, and it is just my joy to be here with you on this beautiful fall morning where we get to celebrate, we get to connect, we get to drop in together into this field that is this beautiful community. So if this is your first time here, welcome. We're so glad that you're here. Unity in Marin follows the county guidelines regarding masks. So you, at this point in time, for this moment at least, you can do whatever you like. We are a community that is anchored in love. that is grounded in the awareness of our own innate divinity. And we are committed to coming together as a community to see and to know the divinity that is each other. And we do that because we're grounded in a field of love and openness and compassion that we hold for ourselves and for each other. So welcome, welcome, if this is your first time here. This is week 7. This is our final week, you guys, of the book study. Can we believe that the book study has flown by as quickly as it has? And so Carolyn Gauthier, who heads up our music department, wrote a song to go with the 7 weeks. So this is actually going to be our last Sunday singing this song because we're going to be moving forward. And I know it says performed by Deborah Winters and the Renegade Monks, but as you can see, it is Jason Myers and Carolyn Gauthier.
1/3 of the monks.
So if everyone would rise and we're going to sing together.
Okay, this is our last time, so let's give it all we've got. Ready? All right. Think again. Are your thoughts all true? Think again. Are they really you? Think again. Open up your mind. Think again. Leave the past behind. When we were children, we thought like children and became who we thought we should be. But now it's clear what we hold dear is not real, just what we want to see. So think again, are your thoughts all true? Think again, are they really you? Think again, open up your mind. Think again, leave the past behind. We can be humble, admit when we're wrong, and embrace the truth that comes with doubt. If we don't hide, but look inside, we can learn just how to work things out. Everybody, think again. Are your thoughts all true? I hear your harmonies. Think again. Are they really you? Now you're thinking. Think again. Open up your mind. Think again. Leave the past behind. Thank you. So we have recently had the floor and the chairs cleaned. Isn't that lovely? So we are asking that during Sunday services and Wednesday night services that you don't bring food and drink into the sanctuary. Water is just fine though, right? Nobody needs to be dehydrated here. So today's flower arrangements, we have 2 sponsors today. The first one is Teresa Reddy, and it's in celebration of her dad, Robert J. Reddy, for his birthday. I'm going to get out of the way of the flowers. And then the second one is Irma Gray, and it's in honor of Robert Gray, how much her family loves and remembers him every day. And the flowers were lovingly arranged by Dorcas Higginbotham. If you'd like to honor someone or remember someone, you can see Charcelle in the courtyard after service, and she can hook you up. So if you are new here and you'd like to stay abreast of what's happening here at Unity in Marin, you can sign into our texting service, And you just need to text WELCOME to 415-991-7111. And it'll put you into our system, and I send out a weekly text. It's also a way you can connect with me. So you can text back to that number, and I actually see them. So if you have any questions or you just want to stay in touch, that's an excellent way to reach out to me. We do always have on the first and third Sundays of the month, we do have our online virtual courtyard. So for those of you who are watching on live stream, it's an opportunity to connect and to deepen and to share. And also there are members here who like leave here to go home to get online for the online courtyard, right? So it's open to everyone, and that's always going to be on the first and third Sunday. So it's going to be next Sunday at 1 p.m. And what I want to do right now is I want to invite Reverend Cynthia Vermillion Foster to come on up here. Bring your microphone, Cynthia. For those of you who didn't get a chance to meet her this weekend, I want you to meet her now. So everybody, this is Reverend Cynthia. So she has been working with me and with the entire community. There were a lot of people that met with her and got interviewed by her, and she did a whole assessment on where the community is. You can find copies of that in the lobby on the tables, so anyone can read what her assessment is. And the transition that we're talking about is not just the transition in leadership that was from Tim to myself, but the real transition that's happening, which is post-COVID. Right? How do we as a community want to show up in this new world that we need to be inventive? We need to think again about how we are being in spiritual community. So, Cynthia, do you want to say anything? Yes.
Yeah, it's been wonderful to meet with you. It's been wonderful to meet with so many of you. We had a great turnout over the weekend. I'm looking forward to moving forward with you all, and the November event. Really invite you all to come. It's going to be an opportunity for us to look at the rich heritage of this community and to see what we want to carry forward, because anytime you build a transition, you build it on what is here and what Spirit is seeking to emerge in your midst. Are you going to introduce the transition team?
I think I'll let you do it. So does if you're on the transition team, come on down. Because these people were nominated by the community.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Come on up on platform. Come on up. Come on up.
So this team of people is working weekly with me throughout the time I'm with this community, and helping me to design the processes that are going to lead you into the future. This transition is about you. It is not about me, and they are a big part of this. And they don't yet really know what they're doing, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm going to just introduce them. Tom Brown, Barbara Cedarblade. Pamela's not here.
Pamela is away, but she'll be back soon, so.
Tonight. And Claire is also not here, but she's going to be part of that team. Cindy Hall.
Yay.
Christine. There you are.
Morgan.
Christine Morgan. Shay. and DeeAnn's name is not on that list, but she is also a part of the team because, yes. Because here's the thing. There's going to be a point at which I'm no longer involved with you, but that doesn't mean that the transition ends. Charles Fillmore says we are on an ongoing journey of consciousness evolution. And so this group of people is going to ensure that the work that's done is carried forward and not lost after my departure. When I described what they were doing, I described it in this way. Peter Senge, in his book, The Fifth Discipline, talks about a leadership community. And that includes formal leadership, which would be DeeAnn, the person who is the coherence in the organization that keeps everybody moving in the same direction. Then you have your, what he calls frontline leaders. They're your lay leaders, they're your staff members, they're your board members who are working with you in different capacities and moving the organization forward. But there's also a third group, the influencers.
Right here.
They are the glue of the community, and they're going to be connecting with you and helping you understand where we're at in the process and helping us all to move forward in harmony and grace.
So if you see their number come up on your phone, answer it.
Yeah, I'm going to put them to work soon. So. All right.
All right, thank you. So can we have some love for the people who have said yes? Thank you. So you guys can have a seat. Now, I'm grabbing something here. I'm going to invite Connect Martinez to come up here, please. This is emotional for me. So this is Connect's last Sunday. He has heard the call. As he said to me, I was listening to you on Sundays. Cynthia, can we Connect the microphone just so that he... Oh, you have a mic.
I know where they are.
Of course you do. So this is his last Sunday. He's going to be setting out on brand new adventures. For those of you who may not know, we would not still be here coming out of COVID if it was not for this man right here. The pivot, the hard, fast pivot that we had to make from live services to like actually just being on live stream and video recordings and everything being digitally done. He single-handedly did so much for us. So many of you may or may not know that Unity in Marin is a tithing community. So that means that we receive tithes from you to support our mission and our values, but it also means that we as a community tithe out to where we are spiritually fed. And so I am just thrilled to be able to give you Connect a $500 tithe from Unity in Marin to launch you into your next career. And here's a card from the staff. So we have a blessing that we do. I'd love everyone to rise and open our hearts and our arms and just bless Connect on his journeys. Together we say, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ as you. Happy trails!
Thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure working for you guys for the last 3.5 years. I came here the same week Tim came here, so we've all been through a lot together, and as Reverend DeeAnn said, the pandemic, but it really couldn't have been without you guys tuning in every Sunday. Obviously, now that you guys are coming back in person, we love seeing the room. I've loved seeing the growth that Reverend DeeAnn has brought to the place. I miss seeing the room filled with as many seats as it is now. So cheers to Reverend DeeAnn for bringing in new things, and cheers to you guys. I mean, you guys make this place happen, so I want to give my thanks to you for having me as your sound guy.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, so our musical inspiration today is Sky. So if Sky, you want to come on up here. And then when this song will then lead us into our time of prayer, and we have a very special treat for the prayer today.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
La 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 la. La 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 la. We sit in darkness quietly, surrounded by a boiling sea, and I try to open my eyes a bit. For what I've seen, there are no words. Depth of how a soul can hurt. And I try to open my eyes a bit. Here in the dark, I will peel back the layers of my heart. I'll stay with you, and we'll open to the feelings that come through. Me and you. If you take the chance to say what's true, do you fear I'll raise my voice at you instead? Try to open my eyes a bit. Will I try to see the things you do with a little bit more room to move as I try to open my eyes a bit here in the dark? I will peel back the layers of my heart. I'll stay with you, and we'll open to the feelings that come through. Me and you. Although we come from different lives, I'll set my history aside to see your point of view. 'Cause underneath suspicious words, I hear the ways that you've been hurt, and I want to know the way things were for you. Here in the dark, I will peel back the layers of my heart. I'll stay with you, and we'll open to the feelings that come through. Me and you. I see the light grow steadily. It's coming from inside of me, and I try to open my eyes. Thank you.
Thank you. That's what we've been doing through this whole book study, right? Trying to open our eyes, peel back the layers of our heart. It was beautiful. So it's our time for our prayer, and I'm going to invite the prayer chaplains to rise. I'm going to invite Kathleen O'D to come forward with the prayer box. And if anyone who is emeriti, who holds prayer and consciousness, if you'd like to encircle the community, feel free to do so. We're holding the community that is here physically in the room, but we're also holding the community that is live streaming. We're holding the community that is anyone who aligns with the idea that we are love in action. And I'm going to invite Charcel to come forward. Our very own Tom Brown, who is part of the transition team, has written a prayer for the community to support us in these coming months. And so I'm going to start us off with some prayer, and then at some point you're going to hear Charcel's beautiful voice come in. And that is the community prayer that Tom wrote. It's in all of your programs, and I'm going to invite everyone to bring that prayer into their own personal prayer life over the coming months. So let's just breathe together for a moment. We let go of whatever came before, and we're letting go of whatever's coming after. And we are allowing this present moment to grow in our understanding. As we peel back the layers of our heart, as we quiet the mind, recognizing the one power and the one presence that is life itself, that is my life, that is the life of this beautiful community. And it is from this space of the I am that we bless this community. We bless the future that is arising within us all. And we anchor it through this beautiful community prayer.
Envisioning our future, we gather to celebrate the one spirit that is active, loving force in our lives. There is no separation between us and our universal one power. This moment, we join our hearts and minds with all, past, present, and future, who claim unity in Marin as their spiritual community. As we experience and magnify our spiritual powers, we invite each other, our neighbors, and our new friends to joyously embrace our welcoming circle. This is our collective affirmation. It is the soil of our transition path as we appraise and envision our life together. We proclaim our divine power, and so it is.
And so it is. Amen. Yeah, let's applaud that prayer, shall we? Thank you so much, Charcel. Can we give Tom Brown some love? Charcel, how Charcel read it yesterday, Tom was just like, whoa. Because they can't hear you on the live stream, Tom. Because you don't have a microphone, so nobody can hear you. Hold on, Tom. Connect, can you make this live? You got to come up here so people can see you. We have an online community. They're right there.
Right. Well, I just wanted to compliment Charcel on her rendering of that prayer. When I heard her do it yesterday, I couldn't believe that I had any part in it, really. So, Charcel, and to all those who are engaged here in some way or another, blessings. And to those of you who might be new friends, welcome to you.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, thank you. Starting next week, in this section that we're about to start with Debbie, who is, the platform assistants have decided they want to be called Sunday service sidekicks. So in this section, starting next week, we're actually going to read that prayer together every week, right? So, Debbie, I'm turning it over to you.
Thank you. Good morning, Unity in Marin. Good morning. It is a gorgeous day, isn't it not? Yes, I agree. Let's take a breath here. And I'm going to share with you ways that you can be supported in prayer. You can do an in-person prayer request. You can visit us online at unityinmarin.org, or you can call our number and press 0 as your extension. And all your prayers are held in confidence, and we pray with you for 60 days. At this time, please join me in stating our mission statement. We are a spiritual community committed to authenticity and the expression of love and support for each other in living in an awakened and enlightened life. And we have 3 core commitments. Please state those with me. As a spiritual community, we connect with spirit, inspiring each other, the community, and the world. We grow in consciousness through education, healing, and prayer. We serve spirit, community, and the world with love, joy, and a sense of adventure. And at this time, I'd like to invite Anne up for our inspirational reading and our time of meditation. Thank you, Anne.
Good morning. Good morning. You are my Unity family. And I want to say, if all of you would be willing to raise your champagne for a moment, because I have a toast. If you would raise your hand for a champagne toast to my mother, to my father, and to all my ancestors, that as a result of this day, I don't want to tell you how many years ago I was born. Thank you so much. Yes, yes. I have one quick thing I want to read. It's just very tiny. A birthday is the day that God decided that the world cannot exist without you. Thank you. So we will begin. Oh, microphone. It is now time for inspirational reading, a time to let these words become part of your morning reflection, your morning meditation or prayer. I invite you in this moment to take a deep breath and to pause, to close your eyes if you choose to, and I invite you to let these words become your words. The affirmation for today is, my mind and my heart are open to unlimited possibilities. An open door is an invitation to the unknown. When I am window shopping, an open door invites me to enter a shop and browse. I cannot know what awaits me until I walk through that door. Life presents many open doors, so I keep my mind and heart open to possibilities. A casual conversation may pave the way to a new job. Reading magazines may give me an idea for a new hobby or inspire vacation plans. Exploring the possibilities, I find that many doors open to good. I view every open door as an opportunity to grow spiritually, intellectually, and emotionally. I willingly step out of my comfort zone, looking beyond what is familiar. As I open my mind and my heart, I open to limitless possibilities and divine potential. And now let us take this into a time of silence. I'm going to read it one more time for us. My mind and heart are open to unlimited possibilities. My mind and heart are open to unlimited possibilities. Thank you.
It's okay, I don't need you to say sorry if your words don't come out right, 'cause I've got space to allow it to be broken. I wanna feel your other side. Let's be gentle but honest and tell it how it is, to open up a path inside. When I think I know you, I may be wrong. You're just a part of a real human being. If I try to show you just the better side of me, they're just a part of a real human being. I'm just a part of a real human being. Go ahead and tell your story. I want to hear it come from you. Open-hearted's never boring. Just let me know if there is something I can do. I'll be gentle but honest. Tell it like it is, to open up a path inside. When I think I know you, I may be wrong. You're just a part of a real human being. If I try to show you just the better sides of me, they're just a part of a real human being. I'm just a part of a real human being. I've got a past to heal from. You got things you're scared to say. Let's not hold it all together. Perfect just gets in the way. And when I think I know you, I may be wrong. You're just a part of a real human being. If I try to show you just the better sides of me, they're just a part of a real human being. I'm just a part of a real human being. We're all just parts of a real human being. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sky. Thank you, thank you. Oh, just a part of a real human being. And we talk a lot in Unity about that balancing point of the divine, as I would call it.
that space where we are embracing our divine humanness, where we are creating spaciousness for us to show up with our foibles and our preferences and our stories and our pain body and all of that, but that we can see through that to the very heart of God that each of us are. And that's part of the agreement that we make in being in spiritual community. It's a willingness to be that container of love. And through these past 7 weeks, what we have really been looking at is how are we invited both individually, but also collectively to think again, so that we truly can be a presence of compassion, so that we truly are a place, a space of forgiveness and growth and evolution and more joy. Because that's what unity is all about ultimately, right? More joy. Can I get an amen for that, please? Right? And so there's this personal journey that we're each on, but there is also this collective journey that we are all in it together. And so this idea of rethinking isn't just about what's going on in my own personal life. It's also about how do we as a community want to reimagine and re-envision our future. And so it's a collective opportunity to rethink. It's an opportunity for all of us to come together. And I have been, this past weekend, Reverend Cynthia, who you're going to hear from very shortly, I swear. You know me, I get up here and I start going, right? But I swear I'm going to turn it over to her. She did this really phenomenal leadership development over this past weekend. And we were sitting there discussing what does it mean to actually be a leader? And is it just about the fact that you stand up here on platform? Is that what makes you a leader? Are you a leader if you're on a team? Are you a leader if you're actually just someone who's sitting here in the community? And Cindy Hall, where are you, Cindy? She was on fire this weekend, and she came up with this analogy that I just want to share with everybody. So she was describing, and you can talk to her for more detail about all of this later, personally. But she was sharing how initially she had been thinking about leadership as an engagement ring. And that there was the diamond facet that perhaps was the minister. And there were these smaller diamonds all around it, right? Maybe the board, maybe team leaders. And that she, for herself, sometimes sort of moved positionally where she was. Was she part of the ring, or was she one of the diamonds, or where was she in that moment? And the shift that she caught, that I think is so powerful for all of us to catch, is what about the wedding band? This open circle where everyone is in leadership. Everyone is in leadership and has ownership and understands that as a community, we are being invited to step in a new way. So last week in Think Again, one of the things that Adam Grant talked about was the awestruck effect. You guys remember that? With this idea that somehow we become awestruck by an expert. We become awestruck by someone who we think has something that we don't have. And in that process, we shut down our own capacity to bring wisdom, to bring our energy, to bring our focus and our commitment to it, because we think they've got it going on. And so the invitation is for us all to consciously look at where that awestruck effect is happening. And where are we being invited to actually engage within ourselves? Because coming out of COVID, anybody recognize this? It's really hard to get out of the house sometimes, right? I mean, let's just be honest. It's nice being at home. And you people who are on live stream right now, you know what I'm talking about. That there's this desire to just sort of stay cocooned. And there's nothing wrong with that. Let me be really clear. We need to practice self-care. We need to be conscious of when we need to step back and we need to rejuvenate and regenerate ourselves. But the invitation I want to invite us all into as a community is to sit with where have passivity stepped in rather than just self-care. Where is there a passiveness just because it's actually going to require something for me to put my clothes on and get in the car? And so we actually become lazy in our life. And it's hard. I mean, I've got my own struggles with getting out the door, right? So it requires, as we build new habits, we've been in a habit for several years of just not going anywhere. And habits are hard to break. So as a community, we're being invited to think again and just sit with, where am I being invited to activate something within myself? Where am I being invited to show up as a more active participant, right? Being a part of something, so that this beautiful community can continue to grow and to thrive and to evolve. That's where Adam Grant, I think, has the whole thing about Think Again is it's about the evolution of consciousness. And that is what unity is all about. The evolution of consciousness. Can I get another amen? All right? And what unites us all is what Adam Grant spoke to, shared values. Not our opinions, not our preferences, but our shared values and the mission that we are saying yes to. And that sometimes means that our preferences are not met. But the vision and the mission and the values are being served. Everybody hearing that? That's what we're uniting around. And that is what is asking something for us to activate within ourselves. That commitment to the values and to the mission. So I'm going to invite Reverend Cynthia up now. It's so funny because I had this quote in my talk, and then we decided she was going to do the talk, and then I was like, oh, look, great minds think alike. So I'm going to turn this over to you. Clicker.
You didn't tell me you had this in your talk. Oh, divine coincidence, right? Oh, it's so good to see all your faces face to face. Met a lot of you online, and what I am always so inspired when I work with Unity communities because they are filled with incredible people. And I really got to see that this weekend, and I want to really thank every one of you who participated. Life is an ever-progressive, upward movement of conscious evolution. Think about that for a moment. These are the words of our co-founder, Charles Fillmore. The journey of life is about a never-ending evolution of consciousness. That's what we're about. And that is what a transition is all about. It's about stepping forward, reimagining, and opening yourself to the next invitation of Spirit. And I want to stop and tell you a bit more about transition. DeeAnn spoke about it a little bit earlier. This transition is not about Leanne stepping into leadership. It's about something bigger. Because you are in liminal space. I love the word liminal. It comes from the Latin, meaning threshold. And when we're in liminal space, we're in a place where we've got one foot over here in what has been, and another foot over here in what is yet to be, but we don't know what that is, right? And this liminal space that we're in is worldwide. It's not just about COVID. There is a deep invitation to conscious evolution on the planet, all around us. Peter Steinke has a statement that these times are, everything is up in the air and loose on the ground. Not necessarily a very comfortable place to be. I brought my friends with me. When we're in liminal space, there is so much uncertainty, so much ambiguity. We don't know what the future looks like. We want to move into it, we think. Maybe we want to go back there, because that feels a little bit safer. And so this little reptile within, little lizard within, kind of gets activated, kind of gets anxious, wants a little more safety. And this little guy, it's a necessary part of who we are. It keeps us safe, but sometimes it gets overactivated and it's protecting us from our own evolution. So we want to lean into this time, as uncertain as it is. And I like the dolphin image, because the dolphin has so much joy. So for me, there's a sense of freedom. And the dolphin has a developed cerebral cortex. So when that lizard within gets activated, you can call on the dolphin and begin to get more curious about the experience and look at it a little more fully. So in this liminal time, my role is to create a container for you to discover what Spirit is calling you to do and to be in this new world, how you can stand in this world in the midst of all this chaos and make a difference. You see, liminal space, as unsettling as it is, also is a time of tremendous opportunity. Another connection with the threshold comes from the threshing of wheat, where you separate the grain from the chaff. And what happens when you do that is that the floor, the threshing room floor, is covered with tiny pieces of golden grain. So in this liminal, uncertain time, we are all sitting on the gold. Sitting on the gold, and Spirit is right there calling us to be more than we were before. So in this liminal space, and thank you so much, Sky, for your music today, the prayers, everything really, really speaks to what we need to do in this time, and as does the book. This is a time where we want to open our minds, rethink again, consider new ideas, not be so attached to what was. And we need to go deeper. We need to open our hearts. Opening our hearts is opening our hearts to one another, recognizing the humanity in one another. Opening our hearts is also about listening to the whole, sensing what is alive in our community. And then there's the open will, taking all of it deeper so that we can presence God, Spirit, Source. This journey isn't under our control. Sorry. It is about what Spirit is seeking to give birth to in this world, and I believe that it is absolutely imperative that we say yes to that call. The world needs each and every one of you to show up and shine your light and to be all that Spirit has created you to be. Right. And man, I got an opportunity to see some of that light this weekend. And I look forward to seeing more of it in each of you. So the other thing I wanted to bring forward today is people really got excited when I started to talk about the shifting paradigms of spiritual community. And there's a little matrix in your bulletins. You know, I believe that you guys have heard about mission-centric ministry and minister-centric ministry, but this is also an evolution. It is an evolution of the collective. And the minister-centric perspective, you might also refer to it as the person-centric perspective, kind of revolves around the leader is kind of a parent or a hero. We defer to that individual, expecting them to take care of us. We don't have as much of our own power at this stage because we're younger, we're more immature. And so when problems arise, if we're thinking from a minister-centric perspective, well, it's DeeAnn's to take care of. And if it's not working, it's her fault. But as we progress as a collective, we start to activate the adolescent form of community, which is filled with creativity and new ideas and lots of energy. When I put this matrix together, I had a son who was in high school. And what I noticed is he seemed to be constantly hungry. And there's a hunger, there's a spiritual hunger at this level. We're beginning to sense a bit of our own power, and we can be kind of egocentric. And we can also, this is the time where we're seeking to find our own power, our own individuality. So there can be a bit of a resistance, a rebellion against the leader, the hero leader that we placed in that role. But it's also a time where we begin to really be participants in what's happening. Now, because it's not a fully involved consciousness, there is a bit of a tendency for people to kind of gravitate around groups that kind of think like they do. And so there sometimes is in this space some tension between groups. It's more about my preference than something larger and fuller and deeper. So then we move forward into the mission-centric idea of spiritual community. Not an easy transition, because in this place, it is the mission, the intentions, the invitation of Spirit that is in charge. And there's a need to sacrifice our personal preferences to something bigger, something larger. And so when challenges arise in this context, it's really an opportunity to look at who we are as a whole and say, oh, wow, this is what we've created. Maybe it's not what we want any longer, or maybe it's not what Spirit's calling us to do any longer. Maybe we need to make a few little shifts. And the shifts enable, what they do, the shift empowers the collective whole to rise into its power, which magnifies the potential and the impact in your world. And I also want to acknowledge that this is an evolution, and none of the levels, none of the paradigms is wrong. You need all of them. You need a clear leader who organizes and brings coherence to the community. You need the collective, the community, the energy, the enthusiasm, the creativity, the individuality. And you need to bring it all in service to the whole, to the interdependence that exists in this community and really with the entire planet. So that's what we're about. I think I'm done. Yeah. That's what we're about in this transition time. And I invite you to engage as deeply as you can, to attend the processes. If you have questions, you can reach out to me, and we can set up a Zoom call. But this is about your journey forward, and I want each and every one of you to embrace it. God bless.
This is exciting, yes? Yes. This is exciting, yes? Yes. Because it really is. Like, we're on the cusp of something phenomenal, right? We're on the cusp of creating something from us. It's going to be uniquely us. It's not going to look like anywhere else on this planet. And I just want to reaffirm one of the things that Cynthia and I were talking about the other day, and she mentioned briefly here. The world needs us, right? The world needs us. The issues, the challenges, the environmental crisis, the spiritual principles are the antidote. That is the antidote for so much of what is sideways in our world right now. And so that is part of why this is so important. It's important for our own personal transformation, but for me, it's also important that this planet exists for the next generation, and the generation after that, and the generation after that. And we can be a part of that, right? What we do here today is going to have ramifications in the world for decades to come. And I know that can be a little overwhelming, like, whoa. Whoa, but it's also empowering. Can you feel the power in that? I don't know about you, but sometimes there's so much going on in the world, I feel overwhelmed, I feel powerless. But that is not what unity teaches. We teach and know that each of us are the spiritual authority that can name and claim the truth of our being into the world. That is who we are. That is what we are. And so as we get out of the tunnel vision, right? The tunnel vision that we're somehow powerless, the tunnel vision that somehow it's only about this small community here, we have to break open so that we are saying yes to the larger transformation that is available to us. What is it? The Native Americans, what is it? They make all their choices thinking about 7 generations down. That's what I want us to do. I want us to be making all of our decisions thinking about how is this going to impact 7 generations from now. Because that we are that powerful. We truly are that powerful. So, I have some affirmations for you. I am willing to have an open mind. I am willing to have an open heart. I am willing to have an open will. And I am willing to think again. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. Cynthia Vermillion Foster.
All right, stand up with me if you can, and you want to get your energy out this morning. And give me a clap, would you? Like this. Well, there's that too. Thank you. I got the power to change the world. I got the love here in me. Got the power to change the world. That's what I believe, yeah. Got the power to change the world. I got the love here in me. Got the power to change the world. That's what I believe. You know what I'm talking about? Got compassion to heal the world. I got the love here in me. Got compassion to heal the world. That's what I believe. Got compassion to heal the world. I got the love here in me. Compassion to heal the world. That's what I believe. Got a mind here to change my fate. I got the love here in me. Got a mind here to change my fate. That's what I believe. I got a mind here to choose my fate. I got the love here in me. A mind here to choose my fate. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. One more time. That's what I believe.
Thank you, Sky. That was fun. Thank you. All right. Now is our time for giving and receiving, and in just a few moments, the ushers will come forward to pass the collection basket, and you'll have an opportunity to give from your heart or to give a blessing over the basket if you're on auto debit giving. And so at this time, before that all happens, I'll have Reverend DeeAnn come up.
Hi, everybody. So this is the last week for our matching challenge. So all of you procrastinators out there, you know who you are. Don't put it off any longer. Monica is board person of the day. She will be out by the board table just outside on the alcove. She'll be able to run credit cards for anybody who would like to make a donation that way. So this matching challenge, we are looking for for maximum participation. What are we looking for? Maximum participation. Have we got that yet? No. All right, I want us to hit at least 100 by the time we close this out next Sunday, right? 100 people connecting and participating. This is what I was speaking to about active or passive. Now remember, this is not about how much you give. This is about, are you willing to participate? We had somebody give $1.20. It's awesome, because remember, we're doing things of 12, right? It's awesome. Can we applaud the person who gave $1.20? I'm serious. Like, that's not facetious. That's real. Everyone is living in their own understanding of prosperity. The widow's mite. Is it the widow's mite? That's right? Every piece that is contributed matters tremendously. So whether you give $1.20 or whether you give $120,000, who's out there for that, right? And the point is that you just say yes, that you have some skin in the game, that you say in a concrete way, yes, I value Unity in Marin. It matters to me. So it's not about the amount that you are giving. It is about whether or not you are giving. And so for those 85 people, can we have some applause for the 85 people that have showed up already? Right? For those 85 people, I have a new mission for you. So there are other ways that you can give. So obviously we have the matching challenge. This Saturday, we are having a campus cleanup day. You guys have seen how beautiful our campus is. Our facilities team works so hard. They are amazing at what they do, and they need support. They need folks to show up, grab your hat, grab your sunscreen, grab your shears if you've got them, and we're going to do some weeding, and we're just going to make the campus beautiful. So that is from 10 to 3. There's going to be a pizza lunch from 12 to 1. You can come just for the morning. You can come just for the afternoon. You can drop in for a little bit if you can work it into your day. But this is what it means to show up in that mission-centric understanding of ministry. And then we also have another way you can participate. Next weekend, we're going to have our harvest potluck. So you can bring food. We are also going to have service fair set up. So all of the teams that serve at Unity in Marin are going to have a table set up so that you can ask questions, you can discover what they do, and you can sign up and become more active in how we show up here at Unity in Marin. So those are all the various ways that you can give, as well as our regular faith in action and our regular love donations. Debbie.
Thank you. And once again, since I am the SSS, Sunday service sidekick, I am going to shamelessly support and promote the rentals facilities. I am the manager part-time here, and it's a big deal that this campus looks good. It's an easy sell for me. It makes my job easy when I book weddings and things like that here, because they'll say, oh, the campus looks so beautiful. And so it's important that we take care of it, because we were handed down, because a generation before us got this property for us, so we need to keep it going. So thank you. And if you have any events, life events you would like to celebrate, please consider Unity in Marin. Call me. Extension 113. Okay. All right, that's it for that commercial. All right, how to give. For those who are here in the facility, the baskets will be passed out shortly. There's a QR code online for those online. Again, visit our website, or you can text to the number 84321. You can also pay by credit card outside here in the courtyard. You can call us and press extension 102, or snail mail is good too. You can mail it to us. And we will have our offertory song now.
Just as we give, so we receive. Richly we live in one golden weave. There is nothing that we can lack. We give from love, love gives it back. Just as we give, so we receive. Richly we live in one golden weave. There is nothing that we can lack. We give from
Okay. For those who are new and visiting us for the first time, welcome. We love that you're here with us. If you would like to meet Reverend DeeAnn, she'll be standing at these exit doors, and then it will lead you to the courtyard. There will also be a board member, Monica, there if you want to talk to her about our organization. And also Reverend Cynthia will be outside at this exit if you also would like to meet her and talk with her. This afternoon, we will be celebrating the life of Sue Sommer. There will be a hosted catered reception and everyone is invited. It starts at noon today. Today is the last day that you can turn in pictures of your loved ones for the Dia de los Muertos. Thank you, Jesus. My Spanish came through. Okay. 6 years of Spanish. Can't speak a lick of it. But anyway, October 30th, we will have a special service that day. Again, submit your actual photographs today. Otherwise, you can email your photos in by tomorrow, and then that's it. And you can bring them on Sunday? Okay, you can bring them on Sunday too. All right. Save the date for those, for Lou Brown's 80th birthday. We're going to celebrate it here on November 6th in the courtyard. And then we have our concert series on Wednesdays. The next one is on November 9th with Christine Toulis. That'll be lovely. And it will be indoors. It won't be outdoors. And then we do have, or did you want to talk about this? Yes, you do. No, you don't? Okay, I'll do it. Membership class. If you want to belong to this crazy group of people, there's a hybrid class. It's taught by DeeAnn. You can sign up online, but if you have questions about that, please reach out to DeeAnn. You can reach out to her online or call. Thank you, Jeannie. And any member can retake the class if you've forgotten the principles. Save the date. We're having Thanksgiving here on November 24th. There's going to be movies and games, and then you eat, and it's a potluck, and then you roll on home. Okay, can I have all the prayer chaplains please rise? These wonderful, wonderful spirits of our community are available to you after service today to pray with you. Please take advantage of that. They are wonderful. They'll hold you in confidence and spirit and love. Thank you for your service, prayer chaplains. And at this time, we're going to welcome the youth and family. Oh, they heard me. Yes. Nice.
That we do for the children that are in our hearts, the children that are actually here with us today, and the children that live in the entire world, right? So this is, just try to imagine if you grew up hearing this statement. Let's say this together. You are the perfect expression of divine light. We love you just the way you are. And so it is. Amen.
Let's say our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over me. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is. And let's sing our peace song.